Welcome back. This is the third video, the third element of focus. So let's look again at this graph from Lafley. He was working to his rhythms or cycles. This allowed him to recover, but also importantly, it allowed him to maintain focus for that hour or hour and a half and have a real high level of performance. But we don't often have those periods of pure focus, of high performance. We're living in a world of increasing distraction. And this is taking away our attention. Let's look at a couple of cases. This is a case, sleeping with the smartphone from Leslie Perlow. And Professor Perlow is a professor at Harvard Business School, and she worked with consultants, top consultants in Boston Consulting Group. And she found that they were suffering from something called always-on dysfunction. They were constantly connected to their phones, and their health and well-being, but most importantly for them in BCG, their performance was suffering. So are you addicted to your smartphone? Are you addicted to distraction? As we see here from The Economist, are you a slave to the smartphone? So there are many advantages from technology nowadays, but are you in control? Research has shown that smartphones can be just as addictive as alcohol and tobacco. And people are now checking into health clinics, believe it or not, to recover from smartphone addiction. Can you make it through a meeting without checking your phone, without checking your email, for example? Maybe you need to check it, but maybe you're just uncomfortable and you feel that urge to check it, yeah? What about a meal with your family, or even a business dinner? Can you make it through the meal without checking your phone? Or even the first course? So we're addicted to these things, we're suffering from this distraction. This is resulting in a decrease in attention, in quality, in rigor, and ultimately performance in our work. So getting back to this case with Boston Consulting Group, they asked the consultants to do one simple thing. They asked them to switch off. But if I ask you now to switch off your phone, to go offline, for example, there is a worry associated with that, yeah? What do you think? Will you feel that you're going to miss something important, no? So they did this with Boston Consulting Group, but they did one small change. They called it PTO, predictable time off. So that they said to these consultants, they said, look, go offline, but when you're offline, when you're disconnected, everyone else is disconnected also. So you don't have to worry about missing anything. So of course, there's only so much that we can control this from the external environment. But this doesn't have to be a lot of time disconnected. But it was disconnection without worry, it was good recovery, so that when these consultants went back online, they were focused and they were doing top quality work. You know, Intel in Germany did a similar thing a couple of years ago. You know, they were finding that their engineers were suffering on the weekends because they were checking their email. They wouldn't go offline. So what they did simply, they turned off the servers. So they had to disconnect. Companies that I work with now, we're looking at policy. Perhaps can we not send email between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning, or something like that. Just because you're not emailing doesn't mean that you don't need to work. But sometimes things like email is another distraction within a busy day.